A little bit. It's light.
Okay. But yep, TP says internet tripping. I, um, I'm gonna cut this little part. I went live because we're a little overdue. Um, but yeah, so well, you know what? I might as well go ahead and start the show because it's been a time this week. It's been a time this week. It has been a time this week. I feel like one, I need to turn this notification off because the FAMU basketball game notifications. Oh man, I feel like there go Doc. Oh man, how you
I'm
doing,
being
sir?
hood. I'm good. I'm being hood today, you know. Take a
Oh,
whole carton of Minute Maid and just drink that shit.
I mean, you know what? Let me go ahead and start the podcast.
All
I
right, I'm gonna
feel
stream
yeah.
this to my audience.
Okay. With Restream, you should be able to stream it to your audience. Because I think I got both StreamYard and Restream, so you should be fine with that. Man, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and start the theme music because the stuff I got into the last 2 days and ain't realized it. You know what? Without the music, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Gathering the Old Men podcast. Myself, Marlo, special guest Doc Holiday, TP is on the way. Gentlemen, I like to peruse Twitter. And sometimes I find some stuff that's, kind of interesting. So
Hey,
for
what you
some
gonna
reason,
find,
How you
bro?
say that?
so I noticed some people trolling this older, attractive lady. And I'm just looking at the comments and I'm like, oh, y'all really going wild on this lady. Look, if y'all don't like it, that's fine. But me and my age, we like that. We cool with that. And it was cool. I went about my business. And then some more notifications popped up and I'm looking again. And comments kept rolling. And then, yeah, I Googled her name. She is not, well, she is a fitness coach now. Um, but Miss Scott had a different career path prior to being a fitness guru, right?
Oh
So
Lord.
I didn't know, didn't understand what everybody was talking about, and then I seen the tattoo. What's going on, Natasha Alexander? The tattoo, um, yeah, y'all should probably, if you don't know what I'm talking about, Google her name. Yeah, she's an OG. Let's just put it like that. And these young people in the last day and a half have continued to go on and on about how she need to hang it up. I need y'all to understand that sex does not stop at 30. I'm 52. I'm still having sex. We still have sex at this age. So what I need y'all to know is y'all granny is getting put through a headboard somewhere. Relax.
I knew the foolishness was coming. I
Relax.
I was
Just
just
relax.
waiting.
Cause again, I didn't know who
I
she was.
knew.
Oh.
I knew it was coming.
I didn't listen again. I didn't know who the young lady was until I saw the tattoo, and then I was like, "Oh." But y'all continue on talking about this lady need to hang it up. No, she don't. Let her do what she do. She is providing
I,
entertainment for somebody.
I am I am so glad that I don't know what you're talking about.
I know what
I
you're
am
talking about. I'm sorry. I can't help it. I know what you're talking about.
So for everybody that's here and don't know, earlier today, me and Marlo had a conversation, and I said, "Man, I don't do nothing. I don't say nothing for clicks. I just say it because I say it, and it happened to get clicks. That's how it is." Um, this is one of those moments. I had to remind
Your
Marlo that
your your favorite one is you beating the dead horse all the time.
that's it. So I say what I said. There's no
I just seen it. I just commented on it. I was like, you're going to get not between the washer and dryer right now.
yes, because these kids are really out here like, oh well,
I,
y'all listen.
I
And this
when,
is a sport podcast. This is a sports podcast. I just for the last 2 days that has been on my mind. Like y'all are going real hard at this lady for no reason at all. Relax, relax. That being
Trey,
said,
when you're going to put that moo on, you know it's on. That's it.
that moo moo and that Teddy P.
When you're going to use to put that moo on, shoot, you know it's on. You had back in the day. It used to be your
oh
granddaddy probably had
shit.
about 3 families on the same block.
Man, look.
Oh shit.
You know what? We gonna get on to the show. We're
Wow.
gonna get on the show. But I had to give y'all some
Yeah.
levity tonight, give you something to laugh at. Marlo,
Yes, sir.
we need to put your offensive coordinator on a milk box because apparently he ain't picking up the Bucks phone calls. He ain't writing back. He ain't checking no emails. He ain't signed the
Yeah.
contract.
He already talked to Ty Bowles. He
Talk.
asked him if it was it's
He in
okay.
Jacksonville. He in Jacksonville.
It's okay. Hell, this is his first year, right? The
This
the
is
one the one that thought the grass was greener went to Carolina, and what happened to him? All right,
so
go take that trash job. Take it.
it ain't no trash job no more. They got rid of Balky. He gone.
Okay. You think that was the only problem?
I mean, the dude that was like, making bets with the company credit card, he gone too. So I
Man,
mean,
how you make best for the company credit card?
Bruh.
How
That
you do that?
organization, they, they hired Urban Meyer thinking that was a good look.
Nigga, they got
And
a wrestling promotion there with them. The Sun has a wrestling promotion, AEW,
I
with
just
old washed up ass WWE performers.
it's crazy. You can't even make this kind of stuff up.
I
I
mean,
I was born in Jacksonville. I was I did a lot of my growing up in Jacksonville. I have a lot of family in Jacksonville who are diehard Jag fans. When I say diehard, season ticket holders, they got problems with their organization. They don't
They
even
need
want to go to the game.
they need Jesus then. Shit.
He said, my cousin said the best part about going to Jaguar games is you probably could beat traffic. That is terrible.
That's bad business right there, bro.
I don't. I'm.
That is terrible. Give me 1 second, y'all.
Well, that being said, um, I picked up the phone and called my one source that I can get Bucks information from, and he basically said if the Bucks don't hear nothing back by tomorrow, yeah, he gone. They done lost their offense coordinator.
Mm.
Um,
So
Jacksonville
who's the
smart.
OC for? Who's the OC for Tampa? Who was the OC?
Liam Cohen. And I think anytime you get Baker Mayfield to look like
an actual quarterback.
Yeah, you got to be top on the list. And I'm not gonna lie, I wanted him in Vegas, but I understand working with Tom Brady can be difficult. So I know why he didn't want to be in Vegas. So, and I'm gonna make this about the Raiders for everybody paying attention. That is 2 offensive coordinators that have passed on the Las Vegas Raiders. I think we got a Tom Brady problem. We got to get him out the building.
I don't think it's a Tom Brady problem. I think it's a Mark Davis problem.
Yes, because he brought Tom Brady first. He brought Tom Brady in the building. Then he brought before that, he brought the New England Patriots.
No, Tom Brady brought his money in the building.
It's so bad.
Mark Davis ain't got nothing. Tom Brady's like, shit, I got some cash on me. I'm going to go ahead and become a minority owner.
Again, like, I don't know. I hope we get something from this partnership. Anything. Hey, what's going on? Is that G? What's going on, G?
Yeah, G right there.
I hope we get something from this partnership. I really do. I really, really do. But I doubt it. I'm going to go ahead and get to my favorite news. Because, seeing another no in the SWAC. And I kind of called it when I seen the list of valid potential coaching candidates.
Let's talk about that.
Coach Terrell Buckley from Pascagoula, Mississippi.
From the coast.
Hey, listen, I don't know. I've never known what Pascagoula is. I just know he's from.
It's down there between, Gulfport and down at Gulfport, Biloxi area, down that way.
Now, do Valley? I was under the impression Valley got an interim AD.
They do. It's the head basketball coach, men's basketball coach, George Ivory.
Coach Ivory. I interviewed Coach Ivory. I ain't got nothing bad to say about him. He was a cool interview. He's most definitely funny. Most definitely funny. And I enjoyed that interview. But can he recruit Mississippi to get the local kids to go to Valley? That's the question. First
of all, I don't know how much recruiting that Valley has done already. I mean, it's what we got. It's 2 weeks left before signing day. And what have they done? I mean, what other? I don't know what the early signees looking like, but what have they done to recruit the kids to come to Valley? That's my whole thing. Just thinking about it, it's like, will he get kids from his own hometown, Pascagoula? Will he get his kids from the Gulf to come up to Valley? Will he get his footprint in Memphis? And will he get his footprint in the Delta? I mean, that's Valley's footprint, basically the Delta in Memphis and Arkansas. I don't know. But the thing is, and I bet I'm like you, I be beating the dead horse with this shit. The damn administration needs to get out of the way. Give the coach what they need to give the coach what he needs, and excuse my language, get the fuck out the way.
That's big right there.
Just get out of the way. Let him do his job. Give him what he needs. If he need the money for recruiting, if he need the money for nutrition and stuff like that, give it to him. Get out of the way. Next thing they need to do is hire an actual AD. So it's the administration, basically the school president, has been, what I would say, overstepping his boundaries And that's the reason why. That's the reason why Dancy left. That's the reason why Wade was let go because he spoke his damn mind. That's the reason why Hakeem left to go to Jackson State. Take more money with a less position. Less headache.
That the firing of Wade in and of itself, after
Was stupid.
after a major win,
Was
you're
stupid.
building momentum. So I didn't understand the firing.
Stupid. And guess where he at? Memphis. He's at Memphis. Guess where Dancy's at? Mississippi State.
On the fast track to a head coaching job.
To a head coaching job. I would say this one good thing about Deion, he did give some coaches a chance to elevate themselves to make a little bit more money, even though Dancy was a head coach at Mississippi Valley for like 5 years. It was like he could tell you like, oh, you don't need to do this, but let's try to see if we can do this right here. Like giving you some insights and input. But at the same time, he elevated that guy to where, yes, he's taking a defensive, I don't know, I want to say defensive coaching position at an SEC school. He back, and he's back in state Mississippi. And then with Coach Wade, he's up the road in Memphis. Like, it seemed like with him, it was more like a blessing in disguise if you really think about it. The firing of him, which I still think was dumb. It was just the dumbest shit I ever heard, because he's bleeding to you for the administration. Please help my football team get what they need. If you won't, because see, we come from the days of how Miami won their national championships and they built their enrollment up. They built up, you know what I'm saying? They built up their schools and stuff with national championships and stuff like that. So I think when you get a good football team, a good product out there on the field, you boost your chances of enrollment. You boost your chances of having things being built on the campus. You boost your chances of maybe somewhat getting some sort of funding from the state, even though the state being they being full of shit. But you get something, you know what I'm saying? You would get something if you built the winner. They ain't had a winning season since hell, I was in school. That was in 1997. That's the last time I ever heard them having a winning season. They was 6-5.
Damn.
They ain't really had no real winning season since Willie and Jerry was there, and the gunslinger was the head coach. So to me, it's always going to be about. It's always going to be about, is the administration going to get in the way of this man trying to coach his team? That's it.
Well, based on way too early prediction by one of the local Jackson, Mississippi reporters, they will finish second to last in the East above Bethune-Cookman.
Oh, we already know how Marlo feel about Bethune.
They should be right at that position you just predicted. I think that's a very fine position for them.
Oh man.
And that didn't come from me. That came from you. So good reporting there, sir.
Hey, I got a question for you, Marlo.
You almost like a soothsayer.
I got a question for you, Marlo. Do you think Belvin Perry needs to be on y'all board of trustees at FAMU?
Oh man, here you go starting stuff.
Might as well, shoot. He already off the board of trustees at Bethune.
If Belvin Perry was on our board of trustees,
He
I would
is.
think
He is.
that somebody in yeah, that's on some hyperbole. The
He is,
governor got
Jack.
his hand in that motherfucker is Belvin Perry had like in Orlando. Belvin Perry is his people been here a long time. Like they got the house by they got the big house by the lake here.
Mm-hmm.
So like he done some like even the Casey Anthony thing. Nobody can fault him for the verdict. He ain't get it. But when you go to work for
Oh my God! I just realized who he was.
Yeah, you know who Belvin Perry was?
yeah, he
I
was the
knew,
chief justice.
but my brain didn't put the two together. Like I
I
knew him
knew
over
about
here
that.
with FAMU and Bethune Cookman. I wasn't thinking circuit court judge.
Yeah, he got his hands in
Chief,
everything.
not circuit court judge.
I
He
want
he
to
was
move
the
on.
chief.
I don't want no smoke. I don't want no smoke. I want to move on. I want to move on. Matter of fact, at some point before we get
Give a
to
shit
summer,
about that.
I'm gonna get Devron Gibbons on another FAMU trustee, a board of trustees. I'm gonna get him on the show. We're gonna move on. I don't want no smoke with that man at all. At all. Also,
With what man?
I don't want no
With what
problem
man?
Talk about
with
what
the.
Belvin Perry.
Yeah, I don't want no smoke with him.
You look at
With
Marlo's face,
Perry.
man.
No, I don't want no smoke. Mm-mm,
Look at Marlo's face. Like, what he gonna
mm-mm.
do to you?
He ain't no damn
No,
judge.
he ain't no judge no more. He
I
retired.
ain't going. I ain't going in his courtroom. Hell, he don't even work for Morgan and Morgan no more. So
Wait, is
freaking
everybody work for? Hold
it.
on. So Belvin Perry was working for Morgan and Morgan. Um, Devron was working for Morgan and Morgan.
That's a
Mhm.
pattern right there, ain't it?
Wow. Wow.
How's that per-
Well,
oh
it's
yeah.
Just saying.
Devron.
Women's basketball.
Oh wait, what is the score? It was 33-31 at half.
Oh,
Hold
it's
on.
44-35 right now. Jackson State is up
Oh Jesus.
in the third quarter.
Oh, these
It's a
young
great
ladies, they go through
game.
the spec.
It's a game. It's a great
They
game.
just got. They
You
just
you
got to
you
learn
only
how to win.
That's it,
They got talent. They just got to learn how to win.
I like what Coach Crary is doing at FAMU. You know,
man.
give and take what he got.
He got off the bus yesterday. Like I wasn't sure how much of a fan of his I was going to be until they played Florida, and I looked at how tough they played defense against Florida. Now they had a couple letdown games, but that Florida game, from a coaching perspective, what showed me what the ceiling could be. So I'm a fan.
Mhm.
And like I said, they beat Valley. So what
Who
else
ain't
can
beat
you?
Valley?
This is not that show. We trying. I'm trying. So do you see how I'm trying to avoid navigating? Because remember, like all I was doing that night, I was doing something good and wholesome, going around the SWAT, posting everybody's fundraising links. Why? Dear
Because it
Father
was a
God,
day
why?
of giving. It was a day of giving for most everybody.
And I was just, I thought it would be all good. I really thought it would be all good. I was wrong. I was wrong. I was absolutely wrong. Um, I'll never do that again. Nope. No, never do that again. My bad.
I'm just saying who ain't beat Valley this year in basketball? Because they did everybody's punching bag in in the non-conference schedule. I can't say nothing because we was everybody punching bag in our non-conference schedule too. We were getting belt the ass on during
Whitley, we talking about basketball. See, this is why. See, I be trying. You know what? I'm gonna hit up Trey tomorrow because I be trying to hold the peace treaty, and they just be coming in here swinging. That was an unnecessary jab. See, we can't just get along. Everybody
Well,
hang
we
out.
do. Well,
I,
well,
I,
this would be good for
I,
Marlo. We do play
I,
that school on the coast in Daytona. We do play that 1976 Jerry Curl, man. You know, Reggie Diaz. I told man, look, that curl, he got a Chicago Jerry Curl. If they too wet, they too dry.
Listen, I can't take nothing from him. He can coach
Yeah, he can
because
go.
he.
Maybe George Ivory can take pointers from Reggie Diaz of how to be a damn
I need to
athletic
understand
director.
what did Coach Ivor do to you. I need to understand because that's like 3 shots at him in a row. what did he do?
How can you the AD? Interim or not, you are responsible for however many athletic programs in the athletic department. You are not supposed to be not
mm-hmm.
taking a call because your phone rings 24/7. You are like you really are. If you put it in retail, let's put it in retail terms. You really are a general manager. It's just like me when I was manager. If something happened and my assistants call me, I got to answer the phone unless I'm on vacation. Then I tell them you direct your calls to the district manager. That's what I do.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, you are in charge of a whole athletic department. And you cannot say, well, I'm coaching a game right now. Understandably so. All you could have said, get back with me. Hey, let's get back with me after this game. What is going on? Take some pointers from Reggie Diaz because Reggie Diaz does double duty also. He is the full-time athletic director and full-time men's basketball coach. He then since 2021, he ain't had no problem since then.
So I'm gonna say this because I know Marlo gonna get mad, but that school in Daytona answer the phone when I call.
They
It's
do.
some schools in the SWAC that don't answer the phone call. I email, I send DMs, and they don't answer the phone, and that's cool. Um, that's cool. That's cool, but I'm one of the ones. I understand that a lot of these schools don't have the budget to have a full-time media staff, to have a full-time videographer. Let us tell your stories. That's why we calling. That's the only reason I'm calling. That's all we want to do. Hold on a second. My bad, y'all.
Everybody they getting it in over there.
Ooh, my bad, y'all. My
No,
bad.
just one snake and an indigenous person.
You know what? I see. Speaking of which, so FAMU's SID, Josh Padilla is actually going to go ahead and move on to Kent State as their
What?
SID there.
What?
Yep, he's going to Kent State.
He can
Congrats
relate to the
to
color.
Not West Side Josh going up to the north. He going to your part of town, Whitley. He going to Ohio.
Marlo, I heard that.
He can
I heard all of
relate
that.
to the color.
I'm dead.
I'm just saying. It's just the weather is more conducive for his employee style.
Marlo, I get how you feel, Marlo. I get how you feel. But my
He
understanding is
should
that
too.
budget limitations kind of made his job more difficult. I kind of feel bad that I've let it be known that I haven't been thrilled about him not responding to emails and text
Come
messages and all
come
of that.
again. Come again and say what?
It, you
Budget
know,
limitations restricted him from responding to phone calls and emails and stuff from media sources.
That's the dumbest shit I ever heard.
You trying to give him that out.
That's
That's
the
what you do
dumbest shit I. That's the dumbest shit I ever heard.
as
You
a
are the
media
SID,
source.
right? You the SID. I'd rather take an email from your ass. You ain't got to call me. I'll take an email from you.
so
Wait a minute. You just said every time you try to contact that school in Daytona, they call you back. They get back with you, and they budget. They probably got some students sitting in there where y'all get a couple of dollars get to go to the calf. Y'all answer these phones.
So if I'm gonna be fair, Florida State don't call me back either. But that's a different reason. It's a whole different reason why they don't call me back.
You think?
Here you go.
It's probably the same reason the damn Bucks don't call you.
The Bucks email me back. They just tell me my media credentials has been declined. Every game.
Well, at least they get you. At least you get some sort of communication back from them. That's the thing.
Wait.
Well, what he's saying is, what Marlo's saying is, you call that school, Bethune, you hit up Bethune call you back. They budget ain't. It ain't what they budget don't mean nothing to them, but you can't get a damn smoke signal back from that school on Gain Street in Tallahassee.
That's bad business.
Bad right there. That's bad business. Hell,
And
I
you
gotta
talking about like he leaving.
He leaving FAMU to go to damn Kent State.
This motherfucker.
So to be clear, everybody else in and around athletics, I have no problem getting in contact with. It was just that particular person. Marlo seen me at the SWAC MEAC challenge, walk up to him and try and repair whatever the issue is. I never did understand the issue. So Marlo seen me live in living color try to repair whatever the issue is. You've never heard me say a bad thing about FAMU. So it ain't like what it is at Florida State. It's some people that legit probably want to run up on me and try and two-piece me. I understand that. My criticism is honest. I'm not going to be dishonest with my criticism, but there was no reason. There was no bad blood. There was no reason for not a response. And so when I saw him on the ONG strike zone, I felt the way, but I also felt good about the future. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, I've seen this dude on so many other platforms. I can't get a no. I'm not no big person. I ain't off script. I ain't ONG strike zone. I ain't I ain't none of them guys. I'm just a guy that like to have fun with my friends and talk about sports. That's it. I understand that. I tell the story how I see it. So I don't know what
his
he
ass
going
need
on.
to be gone. Nah, you trying to extend some
Don't
olive
butter it
branch.
up, bro.
Fuck him and Kent State. I ain't trying to go to none of their games. Hell no. If your ass can't do your job, don't do your job.
There you go.
He gonna
There
go
you
up there
go.
and do the
Oh,
same old
that's
tired ass shit up there.
that's true. But that's real though. Like if you
I
can't do your
mean, come
job,
on.
like I didn't even I know I think I had an issue one time with him, and that was with not last year, the year before I was at the MEAC, not the MEAC, but the SWAC uh, uh, media day, and I asked for Coach, I asked for Coach Willie, like, let me get an interview with you when I get back home. When I came back home to Dallas. Willie was like, he was fine, he cool with it, and I get this, I had got uh the DM from Josh, like, well, you should have went through me. I'm like, bro, I tried going through you. I did not hear nothing. I heard nothing from you. So I'm gonna just go ahead and go to the actual, the actual source. I'm gonna go ahead and talk to Coach Willie. I asked him, beforehand. He was good. He was cool with it. You should have been on your job. That's the reason why the school paid you that much money to make sure the media has the access. If they talking about you, good or bad, they have the access to talk to the coaches, to talk to the players and stuff like that. Hell, I talk about Prairie View once in a blue moon. And I tried to get credentials to go down there for their homecoming. And I couldn't get one. I'm like, shit, my niece go here. Hell, I'm contributing to this damn school down here. But at the same time, at least the SID is doing their job.
Yeah.
If you got want credentials, especially with Jackson State, and you talk to Travis Jerome, I bet you he's going to hit you up. He's going to be pro. He's going to be just like that. Hit you up and be like, "Hey, either yay or nay."
Yep.
Most of the time, it's always a yay. So,
And that's probably the norm across the board. You'll get a
mhm.
response. Like to not respond to emails or calls, that's unprofessional. A. And then you're gonna get another job and then say something about a budget after you leave the school. You weren't saying that when you was getting a check.
Well, at the same time, if he felt that way, he should have talked to the AD. That's your boss right there.
Yeah.
You got a new AD, especially let's get to this though. Especially since you probably didn't even take up for the last AD that you had.
Oh, well, so all right. So if you follow me on Twitter, you may know that I got into a little kerfuffle about the last AD. My
No,
understanding,
you
it is so.
getting into kerfuffles.
Come on, what you do? Oh,
Anyway,
that's my. You know what?
and my understanding is that Josh and her were close, but the no communication happened before the kerfuffle. So again, I didn't attribute any of that to the no communication. I want to make sure that I get that clear. That being said, there is, yeah, I can't think of another school that hasn't responded to me yet. I haven't, and let's be clear, I haven't responded to I haven't reached out to every school in the SWAC because I base everything on storylines. Because I built this platform on, like, this is from a fan's perspective, right? So if a
So
storyline
basically,
comes up,
this whole thing is fan friendly.
right? So
Okay.
if you're not Florida State, you should have no problems with me whatsoever. You go
Or
ahead
the
and
school in
say what you
Daytona.
want to say. I,
Fuck them.
I don't have. Lord, the good thing is I've created a nice neutral relationship with the school in Daytona. But that ain't true. I'm not even sitting here and tell that lie. I've created a cordial relationship with the school in Daytona.
All them
So
motherfuckers.
now I there are some boot skins.
I ain't trying to be cordial at all. Fuck them.
Oh God.
Oh, Lord.
I ain't want. I ain't trying. I seen somebody with a Bethune Cookman shirt on, and I felt so disappointed that they made that decision in their life. Like y'all, out of all the shit you could have put on today, you want to wear that bullshit. It wasn't even.
Oh, Lord.
It wasn't even warm wear. You gonna wear that shit
Oh,
so people can see it. You ain't even got a nice jacket on to cover it up. Be cold, goddamn it. Just be cold in. Shit.
You know
oh,
what?
Your ass need to be cold.
I don't like
oh,
even know where
Lord.
I
That's
was
just
finna
like
go.
us. You know what, though? That's just like us in Southern. I don't care about that school in Baton Rouge. If you talk about school in Baton Rouge, I'm thinking about LSU. I ain't thinking about that school in Scotlandville.
Doc, you didn't flip out when we trying to show people's giving campaigns. He absolutely flipped out.
I was on the live. I was on the same live with y'all. It was like, why you even talking about giving to this bullshit right here?
Oh my God. I had built it up to I was like, we're going around the whole sweat. We're gonna do everybody. We had to stop doing that. Just stop.
Yeah, as soon as he got the Bethune, he's like, why the
Yeah.
fuck you even thinking about them? He's like, why are we even trying to give to them?
I don't know. I wasn't
Well,
in. I wasn't in the production meeting to okay that shit.
He even told
I
me,
guess
right, he
that's
didn't
why you
tell me,
keep
he
me
just
out of them
said,
kind of
he told me,
conversations.
he's like, it's giving day. I'm like, okay.
we had the discussion. We said we was going around the whole sweat. The
Because
whole sweat.
I think it was the week of our giving day. Was it the week of our giving day at the time?
I think it was. Yeah, because I remember Mr. Travers telling me about he walked me through the whole JSU by 40 thing and how like if every alumni gave $40 a month, that'll be $2 million a month for the school. So I was like, oh yeah, that'll be, that's great. So let me just go ahead and just put everybody's in. And that week I was grabbing like if I didn't know what your school had, I
You
was either
shouldn't have grabbed.
going through your web.
You shouldn't have grabbed that school
You
to
know what?
get
I'm gonna
on.
move on. I'm gonna move
You
on.
should have just let. You
You
should have
in?
grabbed
Just
with your
let them
hand
drop.
open. You
You
should have
in
grabbed
my?
with your hand open.
Where's TP to moderate this thing, man?
I don't know. He having some internet problems. So, oh man. Um, but earlier this week, some more news came out. So first, I would like to say, Uncle Nearest, Uncle Far in the Mountains, whatever your uncle name is, fuck you, because you went on every podcast
Uncle
disparaging
Nearest.
Kermani on every single podcast. You talked about how that boy wasn't this, how that boy wasn't that. That boy now got a full scholarship at the University of Florida. That's the only time I'm gonna call them the University of Florida is because of that.
I wouldn't call them that. I would call that piss
See,
poor school. I call that piss poor ass school in Gainesville. And I'm a Tennessee fan. Come on now.
He,
Come
but
on now.
I'm just saying, all that stuff we heard about, oh, his mama this and his people this, that boy went over there and earned him a scholarship. I don't know what the Uncle Dude name is. Like when I seen it, we had a whole 30-minute segment on them running that boy down. I don't appreciate it. Leave them kids alone. You
Oh, you
grown.
talk Whitley. He's talking about Uncle Neely with the pregame show. The
Neely.
dude that followed Dion to the Caucasus Mountains in Colorado and decided that he was going to be the mouthpiece of Deion Sanders. You remember that, Willie? Come
And
on, man.
that was
We
my
talk about
issue. That was my issue. Because if you felt bold enough to go on these places and these spaces and make those proclamations, that didn't just come from you. That was okayed. It was battered about between two people, and they thought that line of thought was okay to run that boy in the ground.
That's some
And I had an
diabolical
issue.
shit right there.
And I had an issue with it. And I'm gonna have an issue every time grown-ups are telling
Now,
kids they don't get a second chance.
I want to say something. Now, I have my feelings towards the institution uh that's in Daytona. I have my issues, but the kids that go there now, if any of those kids, I could. It's like family.
Mm-hmm.
You could talk shit about your family, but not nobody else. Bet not
Right.
do it. So I just want to be clear. I like I have my feelings towards the institution, but the kids and the people that are there are they've gotten there for a reason. So
Yeah.
I
So
want
it. Yeah. So really, what happened
I don't want
was
everybody to think I'm just
just ride down on them. But yeah, Whitley, what Neely did was he went on a. I think he went on a show. I think it was the Denver Buffs Denver whatever show,
Yeah.
Denver sports show, and basically he aired out about Cormani, about saying that he didn't go to class, he was lazy, he was this and that and the third, but that didn't need to be put out in the open like that. That didn't need to be in that space. Now, any school that he was trying to go to is going to look at it like, well, is he lazy? Like, you know what I'm saying? Is he this? Is he that? What were y'all doing in Boulder to make sure that he goes to class? What did y'all do when he was there in Boulder to make sure he was at practice on time? What did y'all do? Because if to me, it's all one side. It sounds like y'all didn't do a damn thing for that kid to be successful up there. And for him, coming all the way from Lakeland, Florida, because that's where he's from, right? He's from Lakeland,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Lakeland, Florida, to go all the way to Boulder, Colorado. That's close to 2,000 miles. And y'all didn't do nothing for him where he is. It seemed like you forced him out. You forced him out of Colorado. So now he's on his own. I mean, first he was committed to Georgia. First he was committed to Florida. Then he dropped commitment, went to Florida, and then he dropped commitment and Georgia. They turn around like, look, I'm going to Florida. He's committed to Florida.
I just like I said, it is. I got kids, and if that was my kid, I wouldn't want to be treated that way. I don't mind a coach coaching my kid hard, but don't treat him like dirt because it ain't work out.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not okay with that. But I'm glad that he got him a full scholarship.
no, that's
He's
not
better
cool.
than any one of the cornerbacks that played last year. So he a boot skin now, and they got him. So I mean, I wish him the best, except in November. Um, I'm sorry, I can't wish him the best in November.
Well, well, the best way to shut up the best way to shut up a hater is to be successful.
Yep,
And he just need to go
exactly.
there, handle his business, do what he needs to do, and the rest will be the proof in the pudding. That's all
Yep.
that is. He just need to go there and prove that that is the stage he belong on, and let everybody see it.
So another little thing. So we didn't talk about it here because we had other stories going on last week, but the Ivy League is going to participate in the FCS playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know how I feel about HBCUs in the playoffs. This is my one exception. This is my one exception. I need an HBCU to get their hands on the Ivy League squad and beat them like a rag doll. Not for no competitive reasons, but for personal reasons. It is, yeah, for personal reasons. I'm gonna say it just like that.
Yeah, my
What?
it's for personal.
What did the Ivy League schools do to you?
I don't
You
like them.
feel,
They
you
got a
feel
TV deal for
attacked.
no reason. They got a TV deal and people don't show up to their stadium.
Man, do you know how much money flows through those schools?
I know.
Billions. Not millions, but
Billions
billions.
with a B. Harvard has an endowment that dwarfs some of the major freaking universities, and they barely got sports.
No, man.
So,
Listen, the Ivy League been ducking that smoke forever and a day.
what would you do? Nah, if they wanted to
Listen,
put together something
hold on,
crazy,
hold
they
on, hold on,
could.
hold on. Zach, got him. I am not channeling my inner Miak Mike. I am not channeling my inner Miak Mike.
Oh,
If
you don't want me to get
Howard,
me started on that BX team.
if
Which
Howard,
one? The one in DC?
That
if
That
Howard
one.
would have
Oh.
just pass block halfway decent,
That
that game was winnable. Howard took a winnable game and just let it fall. Oh my God. It was, it was, I feel like, I feel like maybe South Carolina State should have been in that game. I feel like that game would have been a lot different, but that Howard game had me heated. It had me absolutely heated. That was the week. You know what? That was the week that I would have jumped in the car with me at Mike and did the drive-bys on Twitter. Cause it was receivers wide open, but they couldn't pass block. It
did
was
you say do a drive by on Twitter? Is that what you said? Do a drive by on Twitter?
at one point I got tired of seeing open receivers and the quarterback on the ground or almost on the ground. It was
Ooh,
bad. It was Howard. It was, man, it was so bad. It was so that game
oh,
was so winnable.
shit.
It was so winnable. It was terrible. But
Mm.
since we talking about the MEAC basketball champ for last year, Howard, showed off their championship rings. And it don't look like a ring. It looked like a rapper pendant. It's a whole bison with horns and little diamondettes. Because they're not real. I'm sorry. They don't look like real diamonds. They look like little chiplets. No shade, but you know,
You know they still in college. I don't need no damn diamonds. Ain't none of them in the league. Ain't none of them got no endorsements. The hell they need diamonds for? Every
They got Jordan
championship ring
endorsement
that I
right now.
received, none of them shits had diamonds in it.
but it looked, and I say diamondettes, but it really does look good. Like I'm being funny, but it really does look good. It's different. And I was like, oh, okay, y'all doing a little different. So that's what's up.
They
That's what's
they
up.
let them kids have input in the design of them rings.
So Whitley has just decided to make us accessories to her crime that she already didn't announce. She's about to steal their stuff. Thank you.
She jacking.
For real. For absolute real. Oh man. Oh man. All right. So there was that. I'm scared to touch this subject kind of a little bit. Just
Might as well. Let's talk about it.
So apparently the Buffalo Bills want to be America's team. Here's my issue, right? There is no America's team. It's a marketing tool. Even the Cowboys haven't been America's team.
Hey, hold on now.
Hold on, hear me out.
Hold on now,
Tom
cuz.
Landry.
Hold on now, cuz. We are not going to get there. We are not going to go there because we have always been America's team, and we will stay America's team. Damn it, it's been like that. It's always going to be like that. We always going to be America's team. New England ain't America's team. New England is New England's team. New England is Tom Brady's team. We are always America's team in Dallas, in United States,
That's
in
what we do.
NFL, in the damn world. The world, Craig.
So for everybody that's
Hilarious.
new, for everybody that's new to the podcast, Doc did this, not me.
Tom Brady.
Oh shit. That is the funniest shit ever. First of
But
all,
Zach,
let's get
we
back to the
cool.
thing you said.
We are America's team. We've been America's team. You can't bite it. It's ours. It's been ours since the legendary coach, God rest his soul, Tom Landry, and Jimmy Johnson coming into play. It don't matter if we were winning or we were losing. Shit, we always gonna be America's team.
And they ain't been good since they was coaching.
You know what? Shit, Marlon, you was on my side, man. I thought we was cool. God damn.
I'm here. I'm here. I just wanted to say the fact for people. Like they were back then, they knew why they want to play them. They
No.
nobody want to play them. They had that was you know the Space Jam shit. They got that Monstars shit from that team.
oh my
Them
God.
motherfuckers was Monstars back then. Now they got a team of Tweety Birds. Like they went from Monstars to damn.
Let's not get into the Jimmy Jerry thing because I was in high school the day Jimmy left that motherfucking team. I was in high school. And I'm gonna tell y'all this. I'm gonna tell you the story. So the day that it came out, we thought something really bad happened. I'm talking about every local news channel, and then of course, ESPN, because they was the only national sports, channel that was broadcasting all the stuff like that. And the day that Jimmy left, it was early in the afternoon, and they stopped everything. You would have thought, goddamn, they dug John F. Kennedy and put him back over Dealey Plaza and shot that man again. You would have thought there was a whole nother episode of Dallas talking about who shot JR. That's how big that's how big this was. Yeah, and I'm telling my age, yes. I'm telling my age. Who shot JR Dallas? Yes.
You remember the time of day. It was a cloudy day. The birds was chirping. You remember every goddamn thing
the
about
birds
this moment.
The bees was buzzing, and goddamn it, Jerry and Jimmy couldn't get their shit together.
Listen, that was the last time he was truly happy. He had one more Super Bowl.
One more Super Bowl. We was supposed to win 3 in a row. Goddamn, Dion went over to San Francisco and said, "Fuck y'all, will get me one myself."
Oh my,
big fact.
Oh my,
like for real. Come on now.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna tell you like this: if it wasn't for Jimmy Johnson to pull off that historic trade, Jerry wouldn't did shit. Jimmy thought about that. He would not have did shit. I'm telling you. Person walking for a whole bunch of draft picks and some old motherfuckers that we knew we weren't gonna play. Come on.
Get his ass out of here.
I said the day the Cowboys will be free from this being in the gulag is when we lay flowers over Jerry's grave. or Steven has to get gangster with his daddy and say, fuck you, I'm taking over the team. And I'm hiring an actual real GM too.
They
Until
got
that day
all the
comes,
money to
yes.
do it. That's just the crazy part to me. They got all the money to do all of that.
And the thing about it is, when, like I keep saying, Jerry bought the team $40 million more than what it was worth the first time. Like the Cowboys' actual worth when he bought the team was like $89, $90 million, right? He bought it $40 million over. And look at what he got right now. Look, I mean, the marketing and everything, the marketing proved itself. Like, he's a good marketer. I'm not gonna lie about that. He is a good marketer. But at the same time, we talking about the Dallas Cowboys. Our marketing was already up there because we had people like Tom Landry. We had the likes of Roger Staubach, Drew Pearson, Randy White, Harvey Martin, Hollywood Henderson, Ed Too Tall Jones, like players like that. You know what I'm saying? Tony Dorsett, Danny White, all them other players right there. I didn't take a dip. Took a dip in the late 80s, and then he got it back. And like, yeah, it skyrocketed. And it's 100 times more than what the cost of the team is 100 times more than how much he bought the team in 1988, 89. So it's $10 billion.
They got
a little bit over $10 billion.
Over 100,000 people watching a professional football game every home game. That's crazy.
And then not only that, the high school governing body here in the state of Texas signs a deal with Jerry, because at the one time they had state championship games down in San Antonio at the Alamo Dome. They said it was too far. They said that the stadium didn't look right. It didn't feel right. So guess what they did? Took it up to Arlington, to Jerry World. So you get to watch 6-man football all the way up to 6A football, play for state championships, championship week. Then of course he moved. Then of course it was only fitting that he got the actual Cotton Bowl game, the New Year's game, to come to the stadium. Not only that, he got the Big 12 conference title game to come to his stadium. And then he made money, a couple of years with WrestleMania coming there. I mean, like, and also having boxing. Like, it just, he's got his hand in everything.
Yeah.
But it's time to sit his old senile ass down. He'll be at Timberview. And if people don't know what Timberview is, Timberview is a mental institution here in the city of Dallas.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and get to hear me out, because I don't want the senior citizens to bum rush the show. And you know what? It's some news this week. Hear me out. First off, I need to fix my thumbs. So, the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame inducted CC Sabathia,
straight out of Oakland,
Ichiro Suzuki, and I forgot who the other one is. That's not the point of the story.
Billy Wagner.
Billy Wagner. The point of this story is there was one holdout on Ichiro. And Ichiro said he would like to have a drink with that one holdout. If you that one holdout, don't go to that drink. It ain't gonna be what you think it is. It ain't gonna be a conversation.
Ichiro is from Japan, ain't he?
Gonna have the triads on their ass.
Ichiro know that shit. Be like a kung fu movie. You wanna fuck with me?
Listen. I thought like everybody's, oh, he just want to have a drink. No, this not. Listen, men of a certain age, when they say they just want to holler at you outside, don't go outside. They don't really want to. The hollering they gonna do is why they swinging on you. Do not go
Basically,
outside.
he's saying on site.
In the national media,
Yeah.
y'all
I
baseball
mean,
writers are.
he may just want to have a drink just to see what his thought process was. Cause to me, he has done enough to be in the Hall of Fame.
He's done plenty.
He's in. He's in. But
I'm
he
saying,
was
I'm
one
saying
vote.
to be unanimous.
Yeah.
How do you vote? How do you vote no? How do you do with the numbers that he put up, with the career he had? Like, how do you vote no? That don't even make sense.
So I
Does
just,
not make sense.
Again, tread lightly. Just like I'm trying to get Jimmy Butler to tread lightly. Quit messing with Pat Riley. If you think Pat Riley could have got a trade done a long time ago, he dragging you. He is absolutely dragging you.
That's what he do.
So this time he's suspended for 2 games because
he missed the damn flight.
He missed the play. And then he was having a workout with a WNBA player.
Well, I'm gonna say this about Pat Riley. He's another one of those owners or people that's in the higher ups that need to sit his ass down too. Like, understand you bringing the Heat culture back, in the late 90s, early 2000s, and stuff like that in the 2000s. But now, sir, it's way past your time. It's way past your bedtime. Sit your ass down somewhere and collect the goddamn pension.
First of all, I want to go on record as saying I ain't say that about Pat Riley, because that motherfucker
He don't know.
people.
He don't know. He don't know. He don't know he connected. We had this discussion a long time ago. I ain't finna say nothing bad about Pat Riley. Nothing.
I ain't worried about Pat Riley. I'm a Mavericks fan. Last time I checked, we beat Pat Riley in the 2011 NBA Finals.
I'm gonna say
with a less than stellar team.
That's why LeBron will never be the GOAT.
Dirk is my GOAT.
And I know TP not here because I know he's gonna be mad when I say this, but if Pat Mahomes wins another Super Bowl, 3 in a row, he the GOAT. He takes over for Joe Montana. He the GOAT.
Takes over for Joe Montana. Since he's been in the league, he has been to every conference championship game.
Y'all done got Whitley started.
Nobody listen.
Y'all done got Whitley started.
I just Whitley, we don't even respond when Troy says stuff like that. It's pointless.
I said what I said, Blue. He takes over for Joe Montana. I said what I said. You know what? See, y'all seem to forget. Y'all forget what podcast this is. I know what 100% is.
Exactly. Tom Brady. 100% of what? He won the Super Bowl every time he went. How many times did Joe Montana not make the playoffs?
I don't know. It don't matter.
Joe Montana made the playoffs every year since he was drafted.
Yeah, the only year he did.
And then when he went over, and then when he got traded over to Kansas City, and still made the playoffs over there.
He made the playoffs. I meant to the Super Bowl.
So Super Bowl 4 times, 4 tries, 4-0.
Okay. How long did he
No,
play
we're
in
not
the
doing that.
league?
We have
Was
I'm
that
all
just
graduated.
I'm asking a question. I'm just
Because
asking a
you keep
question.
trying to
You
70% is not
not
passing.
you keep not
come
Stop
asking.
on,
asking.
man?
I'm not even talking about Tom Brady. But you like a person who went to the Brad Johnson won. He 100%.
It's Brad
Hell,
Johnson,
Troy
Joe
Aikman went to
Montana.
3 Super Bowls and won 3 Super Bowls
It's Brad
in three
Johnson, Joe
tries.
Montana.
I don't
Brad
understand the question.
Johnson.
But
And
you just talking about numbers. And then
I'm
you say
talking about,
numbers don't matter.
no, I don't. Stop that. Numbers have to go
You
with the,
did say
you
that.
know what? I'm not going to do this with you. I'm not going to do this because we'll be in a rabbit hole all night long. Because listen, y'all, when you've been arguing with your friend for the last 40 years, he know exactly what buttons to push to try and get me to crash out, and I ain't gonna do it. I ain't
I'm
gonna do it.
just saying.
I ain't gonna do
And
it.
I'm
Matter of
still
I,
fact,
saying,
since we
I'm
on
trying.
here talking about this,
And,
Go
hold on,
Eli need to be in the Hall of Fame.
before you move on to that, I'm trying to figure out what's your disdain for LeBron, man.
I don't hold on. So I don't
What
have
is
no
your
disdain. I don't
what
have
is
no
your
disdain for
disdain
LeBron.
for LeBron?
I don't have no disdain for LeBron. Being the number 2 greatest basketball player of all time, y'all make it seem like it's an insult.
first
Hey,
of all,
man.
you did not have him as number 2 on your list when we did the list, sir.
Actually, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right.
You didn't even have him in the top 5.
He wasn't. I know he wasn't ahead of Magic, and I know he wasn't ahead of Kobe. I know that.
This,
but
or Jordan,
what
or who else you put on that damn list? You said,
Did I have
oh,
Kareem?
what's the
It was.
yeah.
This was a long time ago. I think it was Mike, Kareem, Magic, Kobe, and then I had LeBron. LeBron was fine.
but
LeBron
LeBron
was fine.
done superseded all of them. But see, because here's the thing, with longevity, what he doing at his age right now, he done superseded all them folks right there. The only reason why we keep putting Jordan up in there is because he got 6 rings, he went 6 times and won, and 6-0 in the finals. But that's always going to be the argument. We don't even have an argument about Bill Russell having freaking 11 rings. You know what I'm saying?
We don't have that argument because the people who actually saw him, the majority of those people aren't around anymore.
Well, young folks can go on YouTube and look up Bill Russell and watch the shit, man. Come on. I don't get it.
They don't, because you got JJ Redick running around here talking about the Boston Celtics was a bunch of goddamn plumbers, and that bitch can't coach his life for his life.
Well, Adrian said Kobe the GOAT. I mean, but everybody got their own. Everybody got their own GOAT.
Everybody's gonna have their own GOAT. My thing was,
I was just being funny when I said Dirk is my GOAT. And I know he only got 1 ring, but at the same time, he represented a whole city of Dallas for me. But here's my thing. I've seen we've seen from Magic, from Isaiah, from Larry Legend, because people don't even talk about him no more. People don't talk about how if Jordan don't go play baseball, do the Houston Rockets even win 2 in a row? If Shaq and Penny would not have broke up in Orlando, how many titles would they won down there? If Penny would not even got hurt, Penny one of his favorite players of all time too. If he would not got hurt, what would his career would have been? You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's scary.
We keep ourselves fixated on the man because it was like the NBA. Let me take this back. David Stern shoved Michael Jordan down our throats.
Oh
Every
no,
which way. Yes,
no.
yes.
And this is why here's where we go. David Stern wanted it to be the Lakers and the Celtics all the time. Jordan interrupted that. People keep forgetting Nike was paying Jordan fines. David Stern did not like Jordan until that new class of AI and all them came in. That's when David Stern was like, "Oh well, Jordan ain't that bad after all."
Now, David Stern kept forcing Jordan down, just kept force feeding Jordan down our throat because Jordan kept saying, "I'm tired of getting beat up." And he getting his ass whooped by the Celtics. He was getting his ass whooped by the Pistons.
They still didn't change the hand check rule until damn near Jordan retired, and that's when we see Steve Nash wins 2 MVPs.
I don't even want to talk about Steve Nash like that.
And then here's the other thing, and I do this just because of history. Like, people get mad because I have my list or whatever. My list is really based on I want people to look up history. Somebody said with a straight face that Jokic is the greatest center of all time. He ain't even the greatest Euro. The greatest Euro center is a dude named Arvydas Sabonis. He is the reason we had a dream team. Like, I want people to engage and think and look up their history. My favorite player ain't even Mike. My favorite player is a dude named Alex English, who ain't never been to an NBA Finals.
Hey, but Alex English Alex English. Oh my God! Hey, Alex English was a dog.
People just don't. I keep telling people this. That Lakers squad that he had to play against was not fair. It's not fair. So, but again, it's for history. I make sure I try and give some history out. What, Marlo? What you
You said English, bro. I mean, everybody can have their favorite player.
Like I said, my favorite player was Penny. My favorite player was Penny Hardaway. Like, it wasn't Jordan. I mean, yes, we Jordan and everything because the Bulls was on NBC on Saturdays and on Sundays and stuff like that. So we was watching them and stuff. I like Gary Payton because when I stayed in Oakland, when I was a young kid, I stayed in Oakland. He used to come back home and used to be chilling. Sean Kemp was another player I liked. Of course,
Baron Davis,
B Diddy.
What you mean you scared? So first off, Jameis Winston ain't even the best Seminole. He ain't even the best Seminole quarterback. The best Seminole quarterback is Charlie Ward.
Charlie Ward,
point blank
by far.
The best. It's 2 for college football. I would put them. Nobody knows about or remember Tommy Frazier.
What?
A lot. There's a generation that don't know who that guy is. But if you look up who he is, there was never a quarterback. Mike Vick and Tommy Frazier as well. Where I would go with it. I have never seen.
Tommy Frazier was.
Did you see what he did to the bootskins?
Oh my God! Everybody on their defense touched him, and he still
and he still ran for like 60 yards on the sideline. Touchdown, and they blew him out. It was 62-24. It was a blowout.
Yeah, he was different, bro.
My college football GOAT would be I want to say GOAT, but my favorite college football players was I'm gonna go with Vince Young, and then I hate to say this. I really hate to say this, but Reggie Bush.
You know what?
What are you talking about? Reggie quarterback.
You know what? Hold on.
Quarterbacks. Well,
hold on.
Vince
I'm gonna walk
Young,
one
Vince
out.
Young is one, and then shit. I'm a Tennessee fan, and I would say
Use no
Peyton
name.
Manning. I would say Peyton Manning, but in the
Mm-mm.
4 years he was at Tennessee, he didn't win us no national championship.
Win
So
shit.
T. Martin is the next one in line.
Martin.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. The first quarterback, the first like black quarterback that I saw like operate an offense and chunk it all over the field was your boy from FAMU. And now I can't think his goddamn name.
Talking
Just
about
that
Sammy
Quentin
Knight,
Gray.
Quinn Gray.
not Quinn Gray. Before Quinn Gray. It was in before we got the college
Oh,
mellow.
Pat Bond.
No, Pat Bond was after us.
Uh,
I'm talking about Tony Ezel.
Ezel. That's how I
Tony
was trying to
Ezel.
think.
Man,
Yeah.
matter of fact, we saw him at homecoming. I told him I'm gonna get him on the podcast. I'm gonna reach out. I'm gonna get him on the podcast. But though Tony Ezel, man, to see him, he was hooping back when everybody was running the option. Man, it was a beautiful thing to see.
I'm
A
just
beautiful
telling
thing
you.
to see.
One reason I said Vince Young because you never seen a dude like that at 6'5" and it can run like a deer. He didn't even run fast. It was just the fact that he had a long stride, and it's like nobody couldn't touch him. I had this video when he was in high school, and it was '01. It was right before they played the regional semis. So he played. It was his Houston Madison team played against Galena Park North Shore, who had some ballers on their team. Uh, one of them, my frat brother, and another one, he passed away from gun violence. Rest in peace to Michael Mott. But that Madison team it was him and Courtney Lewis, the running back that went to Texas A&M. That was a dog combination right there. They won that game right there. It was a shootout, 61-58. No offense whatsoever. And then they turn around. And then they turn around and play the region semis, right? Played against Reggie McNeil, Javorsky Lane, and the Lufkin Panthers the next weekend. Down in the Astrodome. When the Astrodome was still running it. Like,
wow.
Like, that was just high school. Then when he got to University of Texas. So let me get my people to know. Some people already know. I hate University of Texas. I said I hate. Now I don't like Texas A&M, but I hate the University of Texas. If it was another school I wanted to cheer for, it would be damn Texas Tech, right? Put it just like that. But there's some players that I knew that went to University of Texas. Vince Young was one. My sister's homeboy, Hodges Mitchell, was the running back there. Of course, we all knew Ricky Williams and everything, but I knew some other players that I knew. But when Vince Young was at Texas, like it was nothing that you ever seen. And the best thing about it was that Mac Brown, at the time when he was still young enough and hip enough to understand these players, he knew how to. He was showing he wasn't showing his age yet, but he knew when it was time to change the offense because he had somebody special on the sideline. And and I think the worst beat that they took when they played when Quentin Griffin and the Oklahoma Sooners came to Dallas, they played the Red River Shootout. at the Cotton Bowl, and they Quentin Griffin them dog walked him in the game. I think it was like 66 or something like that. And then after that, it was like lights out. But he was one of the best players I watched. And then, of course, T. Martin, we went undefeated that year and won a national championship against them.
We had
y'all had a team.
No, we did not. Our quarterback was injured. Chris Winkie went down. We had Marcus Outson as our starting quarterback, who did not.
But you had a whole bunch of weapons on your team. I don't want to hear that shit.
What weapons when you can't throw the ball to them?
Then y'all had Peter Ward on that squad.
We had Peter Ward, Lavernius Coles, Ron Dugans. We were supposed to have Randy Moss, but he couldn't stop smoking weed. But right. Yeah, we had a stick. But the problem was the trigger man was injured. When you get them senior citizens back there, they get injured easy. But that next year, actually, Anquan Bolden should have been a quarterback. He shouldn't have been.
Blue said that's some Florida State excuses right there.
You know what? I ain't thinking about Blue. We got 3 of them things. That's what I know. We got 3 of them things. And we got one since the last time.
That shit is funny.
And the last time them Ibis people won one. That's all I need.
Now let's talk about the time where y'all shouldn't won the damn national championship game.
Listen, first off, I want to say it ain't
the one y'all should not have won. The one where Michael Vick should have.
Listen,
the one Michael Vick down there ripped y'all new asshole inside the Superdome.
But the one thing about Mickey Andrews, you only gonna do the same thing over and over for so long. And when they finally started putting Mike on the ground, that was ball game. Because they had Corey Simon was playing in. Who else was on that defensive line? Corey Simon. There was a few other players that was actually on that line.
Corey Simon, was Peter Bulwer on that squad too? Or he was already gone?
No, Peter was in the league at that point. Hey, shout out to the person that's posting great Seminoles, because Peter Bulwer, I'm gonna tell this story. I love telling this story. Marlo know about this. In 1996, the first 6 games that defensive line, Peter Bulwer and Raynard Wilson played, they knocked out the starting quarterback 6 straight games. I don't know why we was allowed to play college teams at that point, because them 2 dudes was ridiculous by themselves. And we still had Shade Tree at that point, Marvin Jones. Man, when I tell you, yes, I do remember who the starting quarterback was. It was Thad Busby, because I was in the stands telling people that I didn't like Thad Busby as a quarterback because he was throwing interceptions. And then he drove the team down and threw a 40-yard touchdown pass. And his aunt stood up and said, "See, my nephew can play football." To that Florida State ambassador that did not tell me that was that man auntie sitting next to me, I still owe you one.
So when did you go to Florida State?
From 95 to 99.
Oh yeah, so you was there with, so you was there with Coach Cozy.
Yep.
And see Coach Cole, David Warren from Tyler, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you missed all the fun. You missed Clinton Abraham. That was from
he was Dallas. Yep, that was the year he started as a redshirt freshman.
You was there with Derek Thomas.
Mm-hmm. Well, Derek
Thomas. Not Derek Thomas.
Yeah,
not Derek Thomas.
No, he wasn't. Derek Thomas there to 96, I think.
Derek Thomas is. Not Derek Thomas.
Not Derek Thomas. I'm talking about Derek Brooks.
Derek Brooks. Yeah, I'm about to say Derek Thomas is.
Well, thank you for stopping by, Whit. I appreciate it.
She asked, "Is this a weekly thing? We might keep it. I don't know.
We'll see.
My schedule. Well, you know what next week is. Next Thursday is. It's Shrine Bowl.
So I did not. So the reason I didn't do media credentials for that is because I'm gearing up for the SWAT basketball tournament. So I'm gearing up for that, and apparently, after seeing some videos of Club Corbett, maybe I need to go to see that school in Greensboro play some basketball, because apparently you can go to a game, shake your ass, and watch some basketball too. So maybe let me say this: when it's not snowing, if snow on the ground, I ain't gonna make it.
When they gonna bring their ass back to the MEAC?
You know,
they said when hell freezes over, but hell, it's been freezing over for the last 2 weeks, so it doesn't really matter now.
It's snow in Tallahassee. It's my grandkids are playing
snow in Tallahassee. Yeah.
Part of me wanted to run
they
up there.
Shut down 10.
Yeah.
Really?
They shut down 10 from Tallahassee to Alabama. They shut 10 down.
Wow.
That's crazy. I ain't never seen that done before.
Boy, them folks down there in New Orleans didn't know how to act when they seen snow on the ground.
Ooh.
And the folks in Houston, they was like, shoot, the last time that happened to them was it had to be like some years ago. Not 2021, but like when they had real snow on the ground, like some years ago.
Yeah.
We didn't get nothing. We just got straight up. We just got straight up cold, and I got sick off that shit.
Dang.
Bro, I'm walking. So I'm walking to the bus stop from my house at 5:50 in the morning, and it's 15 degrees outside, and I'm bundled up. So I'm, you walk in from the heat to the cold, and then you go back when I get to the job, back into the heat again. And then I felt it on Tuesday. I told my boss, I said, bro, I told him, I'm like, bro, I'm getting sick. Because I can just feel it, and I can feel it in my legs. I'm like, I was aching, and my body was aching, and then I had a fever and stuff like that. And so, luckily, I got off at 4:00. He's like, so what you gonna do? I said, well, let me off because I was off yesterday, so I could just if I literally really had to go to the hospital, I could go to the hospital and stuff like that. And then I told him, I said, well, Thursday, today, I said, well, let me get my Thursday to my homeboy because he needed some hours, but let me work my Monday to where I won't lose no time. He's like, that sounds good. So I'm like, that's cool with me. I just need to make sure I can be well. I don't like going to the hospital, but at the same time, I still got to take care of myself. I'm pushing. I'm halfway pushing the 50. Shit.
It's good on this side. It's good on this side, except for the random aches and pains for no reason at all. But other than that,
don't even talk about that because I had that shit last year. My mama laughed at me, like my hip locked up on me, bro. My mom was just laughing at my ass, like she's like, "What's wrong with you?" I was like, "Ma, I can't move my hip. I think my back went out on me." She's like, "Well, son," I was like, "I thought you would have told me about this." She's like, "Well, son, I don't know what to tell you, but better get you some Epsom to get in that damn tub." It was straight laughing at me on the phone, y'all.
Damn.
Like, you gonna do your only son like this, man?
Yeah, listen. That's how you know your mama love you, because she still talk about you. She still talk about you.
Oh,
Ooh.
she cuts me out like a dog, but I'm like, now she ain't mad. It's just
No,
that's
she
the way
just
we are.
exactly.
But
Well, fellas,
I did send a video when you know how when women, your mama become a grandma for the first time and they stop and you start seeing the difference between how you was raised and how she raising them grandkids. I
What?
like I like that's my mama right there.
just this ain't the lady that raised me. This the lady that's trying to get into heaven. That's what you have to tell the children. Because yeah, my mama was. Oh, hey, David just going through a phase. What is this phase? You know what? I'm gonna move on, because I could do another hour and a half about that lady. So Amal, I gotta ask you a question. It's the purpose behind the question.
Okay.
So if I'm going through, let's say I'm going through prenuptials,
Uh-oh.
and during my prenuptial conversation, my soon-to-be betrothed says she wants 30% of the podcast and to put up $3 million a year for post-marriage alimony. As my business partner, are you gonna be okay with that LA Reid type stuff?
No.
I already know where you going with this.
Absolutely not. Thank you.
So
I already know what you
I
going
don't
with
really,
this.
I don't, I don't know what show it came from. I just know the video popped up on my feed, and I thought I was watching just I thought they were like getting back together until I listened to the words, and I was like, wait a minute, wait, and she make more money than you?
Oh well, then we need to put that 3 mil up out your pocket.
That's what she wanted him to pay. His
Yeah,
counter was, you know what? Instead of that, what about 15 grand a month?
He had a counter. You know what my counter would have been?
Oh, shit. You finna get bad.
Oh shit! I left something in the car.
I already know. Wait a minute, 30% of the we talking about Chad Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about Ocho, yeah. She said she want 30% of the podcast and $3 million alimony. Do we even get $3 million on a pension? No.
Mm-mm. I think he's done well with his investments. I think he's been very smart with his money.
Yeah, he
But
he ain't
I
hurting.
yeah, but I say all this is because all of this uproar on social media about that whole little thing that I just gave y'all do realize that this is a rollout. This is a media rollout. They put a video up to make you talk about Sherelle and Ocho. Sherelle just signed to Club Shay Shay's podcast network. This is a rollout for her podcast.
And then
Point.
they're also on Netflix.
See what I'm saying? So I know what a rollout look like. I'm not in uproar about this $3 million. I know what it is. It might have been their personal moment, but the reason you're seeing it now is because they're using it as a rollout. That's why when football season come up,
Mm-mm.
you gonna see Troy post 8 million times the Florida video. And I say again, the second chair Piccolo player 2. It's a rollout. I want y'all to get intrigued. I want you to come to the party. It's a rollout. Don't get upset about it unless you're a boot skin. No reason to get upset about it. It's just a rollout.
Unless
I
you're
got
the Ibis people.
the Ibis people. Do you know how bad I want to do one for the Ibis people?
Might well do it. Shoot, they're gonna be
Especially
irrelevant next year.
why to this, can somebody explain to me why Michael Irvin was bent over, tooted up in the air on national TV and your squad went to the Pop-Tart Bowl.
I thought he was on powder on that doing that shit.
Michael
I thought
Irvin
he
has always
I
been
thought
special though.
I thought he was back on that powder.
Kids, drugs is a terrible thing.
Thought he was on that booger sugar.
Well, they used to have a White House in Dallas, so
I know about that story right there.
Ooh.
I know about that story. I know how Dion came when he got to Dallas. He bought a whole club just for the Cowboys to go enjoy after a football game. Oh, I know all the stories about the '90s Cowboys. Come on now.
Yes, you know, the good thing, and I'm not going anybody's '90s activities. I'm not judging nobody. I'm not, because I'm not a choir boy, and I'm not gonna profess to be no choir boy. Everybody had their moment. Tallahassee in the '90s, boy. The statute of limitations is up. What is you talking about?
Oh no, it's some things that I ain't
We ain't do
taking.
all that.
I ain't taking no chances.
Oh God.
I am not taking no chances.
Shout out to the late night library. Shout out to the
See,
moon on Wednesday nights.
there you go. You low key
I
dry snitching.
Still go to the moon when we go. What did you talk about? We ain't saying nothing crazy. We go to the moon every time we go up there.
I still want to go to Orleans. I have not been there yet.
Oh man, Orleans is that vibe. It's that vibe.
I'm just gonna tell you this: you should come during homecoming. You get the
whoever y'all play for homecoming. I know we come down there. I just want, I said I want to come down there. I just want some Orleans because
I
everybody
got you.
talked about it.
Come on, Orleans is fire, bro. It's fire. We had the RV this homecoming. You could have slid through.
You know what? Since I'm petty, so I'm gonna do it. Hey, Kappas, if y'all was gonna be partying, if y'all was gonna start the party up at 3:30, the respectable thing would have said, "Hey, we got some gin over here." That's all you had to do. That's all you had to do. We'd have been cool. We'd have been friends. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
Oh shit!
But also
It's homecoming.
I just next time I think what, I'm getting a golf cart. We riding a golf cart around there because that was a long. The hills is different now. Them hills are either the hills is different or my knees is different. I don't know.
Probably
I
knees.
think
Shit,
it's.
the hills
I
probably the
think
same.
it's. They're the same. They are the same.
The hills has always been the same. Them knees is gone, brother. Knees is shot.
I need to know what for everybody. I need everybody to understand. Every time we go to homecoming, we don't never make it in the game, and it ain't for we don't have tickets.
I don't need tickets.
We reminiscing on some 1990 stuff, but we just
I
parking
don't.
lot pimp.
I don't ever literally. I could walk up to the game and go in the game, but I don't.
We don't go in. That's the
Hell, the
So
crazy part is
also,
I didn't even go to the stadium this past homecoming.
we was outside the stadium. We was outside in the parking lot.
I did walk down there, but then I walked back to the RV.
I ain't
That
go
was
to the
third.
homecoming. I ain't go to that same
Hold
homecoming
on.
thing.
So Doc, let me tell you about alcohol. It makes you forget stuff.
Oh, I know about. Come on now.
But here's the problem. Marlo didn't drink. We was at the stadium until the about like 2 minutes into the third quarter, and we headed back toward the RV. I know this because I had a clear mind and my jug was clear. So I knew exactly when we got there and when we left. So we left at the third quarter. But again, I want to thank the 83 that's in the building. I enjoyed all the company. I hope y'all had a good time. We hit 90% of the topics that we were supposed to hit, but that's cool. Anything else we'll address on Twitter. This week has been an interesting week. I know a lot of people don't like to use terms like climate change and global warming, but my grandkids got to see snow for the first time. And I am very happy for them to see snow for the first time. I think that is an awesome thing. I saw snow 1977, 78. So I'm glad they got a chance to see snow. But my weekly little ditty here is about that boy that carried my last name. When y'all see him, please let him know it's on site. Because I asked you for the video of my grandchildren playing in the snow 2 days ago, and I still ain't got my video. I love my grandkids. I really do. I like to see them in all their achievements. But when I call you and tell you to send me the video and you ask me, am I going to post it on social media? You ain't they mama. You ain't they daddy. And you most certainly ain't their granddaddy. If I don't get my video soon, it's going to be a problem. He almost made me broke my vow. This young man told me he'll send me a screenshot. I bet you won't. I bet you won't. I double dog dare you. I don't know what the road conditions is in Tallahassee, but I promise you, if you send me a screenshot of my grandbabies in the snow, yep, it's gonna be smoke in the city. Y'all ain't even gonna have to worry about it. I'm gonna be on the news. On the news. Danzy Bell bonds is still open. They still take my money. So that's all I'm gonna say.
Oh Lord. Oh
So,
man.
Wow. So Marla, what you got for us this week?
That was a lot. I am excited about these upcoming championship games this weekend. I think that we are in for a treat. I think that the teams that are still live and in the hunt are loaded with talent. I think it could be any, like, this is literally a NFC AFC championship game anybody could win. A lot of the favorites in the last 10 years kind of felt where it was going, but this is literally anybody's game. When you got two divisional teams playing each other, and then you got two teams that really don't like each other, like, it's gonna be good. So I'm excited about that. I think as we close out this NFL season, a lot of teams are gonna look a lot different than they did this year. Be it free agency, be it rookies, be it people not having what they thought they had. I stay encouraged that my Buccaneers are going to be NFC South champions next year. We're going to make some moves to put us in a better position to maximize our young talent that had an opportunity to develop, and we good. So I just want to say, go Bucks, go FAMU, that team in Daytona, and yeah, life is great.
Before we get to Doc, I want to go ahead and say that here at Fat Mouth Sports, we don't waste any time alienating an entire fan base and at a whim. It is just what we do. It ain't personal. Please don't ever take it personal. It's just what we do. What you got for us this week, Doc?
Well, that's the case. Well, you already know. Recovering from being sick. Go back to work tomorrow. Got to get my credentials. I'm probably going to Frisco Saturday, get my credentials for the Shrine game. They won't have to worry about doing it later on in the week. Shrine game is on Thursday, so I'll make my way over to AT&T Stadium, see if I get some, I'm gonna get my photos and some videos of the Colorado clan that's gonna be in the game. But as far as what we were talking about, NFL season is almost about to come to an end. It's two teams that are divisional rivals to me. One of them, we have a healthy rivalry with the Washington Commanders / Redskins. Your mama named you the Redskins. I'm gonna call you the Redskins. And then it's that other team with that throw up green. Fuck Philly. And I say that with all my heart and all my might and all my soul. Fuck the Eagles. And
shit.
on the other side, you got team they want to call America's team, but they ain't won they never won a Super Bowl, and it'd be if they can win on Sunday. This will be the first time in 30 years since they have been to a Super Bowl. Hopefully they can win one. I don't care about either one of them teams. I'm just worried about my Cowboys. If Jerry died on the toilet right now, I would be happy. I would be ecstatic. I would lay flowers on his grave in Highland Park. And I would tell Stevie, get this shit together. We need a team. We need a coach. We need a coach like last night. Get that shit together. You need to sign Michael Parsons. Hey, Sam.
Oh,
like yesterday.
Oh, man.
I'm just saying.
This is what it.
For that team, and for that team down on I-55, down there in Louisiana, in a little town called Baton Rouge, the state capital. Fuck the Jaguars. And I say that wholeheartedly. If I talk about a team in Baton Rouge, it's going to be the LSU Tigers, not that team in Scotlandville. And to any other SWAC team that ain't named Jackson State, you get a big FU. Because why? We're the kings of the SWAC. We're the kings of HBCU football. Until you take us off our damn mountain. But other than that, I appreciate this collaboration. You gotta keep going on doing this. Long as they don't have me working from 4 to midnight.
Oof.
I like getting off when the sun is still out. Shit. That means I'm living a normal life.
Oh shit.
Oh man.
Just saying. Fuck the Eagles. Fuck Southern. And anybody else in the SWAC, fuck you too.
I'm not even gonna comment. I'm gonna take that one. I'll take that one.
Because you
Trent,
got like
you put us on the schedule. Oh, y'all ducking that smoke. Oh, they ducking the smoke.
You know what? I'm gonna stop you right now because we gotta get out of here real quick. If you are coming to Tampa for Gasparilla, I need to tell y'all this right now. Drink water. I don't care what the temperature is gonna be. If you go drinking out there on Bayshore Boulevard, when 12:30 hit, the sun will be out. So you will be hot, cold, and drunk all at the same time. Hydrate. Them dudes are selling food. They are your friends. They are there for you. Please don't get
bread.
For real. Please don't get carried off on a cart. It ain't a good look. Do you know how many 55-year-old men I seen getting carried off on a stretcher at Gasparilla?
Alcohol poisoning ain't true. It is not fun. No.
And another thing, please don't take your children to the Gasparilla parade this weekend. It ain't that parade. The children parade was last weekend. There is no reason that Johnny need to see all Miss Purdy goodies because you want to be ignorant. Get you a babysitter, dress up, have fun. It's Gasparilla, y'all.
This is a teachable moment for Johnny right here.
Johnny need to get some experience. He ain't got to be out there touching it.
And one last thing. Hey, people, let's not lose our shit over what's going on in DC because we already knew what the play was. Black folks, it's always going to be mobilize and strategize. Cause them pale white Hispanic folks did not vote in your interest. And you see what is going on and what is happening with them. I got my birth certificate. I'm born and raised here in Dallas, Texas. So
getting them up out of here.
So we're not going. So if they didn't vote for your interest, fuck them.
That's basically what it is.
And fuck that orange man too.
For myself, Doc Holiday, Marlo, TP couldn't make it. He had some internet issues. I want to thank everybody for coming out for the Gathering of Old Men podcast. Fat Mouth Sports. We are out.